Hi everyone, it's Ash and Em here from the channel team. We're going to take you through a quick little guide today on standing up a brand new Sandblast mobile tenant. You can do this for either new customers, or if you're planning to run a POC with Sandblast Mobile, you could also use this method. So the first step is going to be to have a user center that you can drop the account into. Standard rules apply for all Checkpoint licenses. They need to be attached to a user center. So we're going to work on one of our test user centers here. Once we've got that set up, we can click on the Learn tab of User Center, jump into Product Evaluations. We're going to select Other Product Evaluations, search in this for mobile. We're going to select Checkpoint Sandblast Mobile. This SKU will give you access to 50 users for 30 days. Again, we need to select the user center we want to drop the license into. We can use my email for this. Then we've got to input a little bit of information about the customer. Once that's done, we'll need to wait a couple of minutes for an email to come through to the nominated email address here. And then we'll get an activation form to begin setting up our Sandblast mobile tenant. Okay, once that's done, we'll need to complete the activation form, which we can get a link to here. This link will also be emailed to you, and you can access it in either way. We'll need to log into the user center we just nominated there. Once that's complete, we'll need to select the license that we want to provision this tenant with. So I'll be able to select from any of the evals I have access to. So I'm going to select my house stock user center, which has got the eval we just provisioned for it. We'll now need to select whether this is for an official POC or not. So if this is just going to be used internally for some testing, we can select no. If this is going to be used for a live customer where you'd hope that there was an opportunity off the back of it, then we'll select yes here. We'll then need to select dashboard name. This will be baked into the URL that you access the dashboard over. So we'll call it house stock Sandblast Mobile. And then we'll be able to select the operating region. So I'm just going to select the EU region here. And as you can see, the domain it wants to register for me is house stock Sandblast Mobile eu1.locksec.net. I'll then need to put in some details. So luckily I already have this all auto-filled. And I can now select an additional contact here, which I will use for one of my colleagues in case I lose access to this tenant. Once that's done, you can click Create. We should now get an email through in a couple of minutes with the link to access our domain that we've just registered now. Great, so the email's just come through. So once we get that through, you get this email here. We can click on the link, and that will take us to our newly created Sandblast mobile tenant. We'll set a password here. Once that's done, we can click Create. So once we're logged in, we've got full access to our Sandblast mobile tenant. So the first thing I'm going to do is jump into the settings. I'm going to add an additional administrator. So here we can we'll set up the user's first name, their last name. We need to provide a valid email address. Then we just want to set their level of access they've got to the portal. We can define their mobile number here, and then they'll receive an invite to that email address. If we want to start enrolling devices, we can do that quickly from within the tenant as well. So I wanted to jump in here into the Devices tab. I can click New, select the name of the device I want to add, the email address I want to send the invite to, and the phone number. And I can choose whether I want to send the invite as an email or as an SMS, or we could choose both if we wanted. And this way we can quickly register new devices that will be onboarded into our Sandblast mobile tenant.